Well, Blades fans, why won't anything go right for us? We were dreadful in this game. I'm going to try and spin it in as positive way as possible, just so that we're not all dreading next Saturday against Palace. But it was you can't dress it up too much. We got absolutely outplayed from start to finish. The referee, in my opinion, was even giving us some. He really was, because there were quite a few decisions that the referee gave that for us when maybe they weren't fouls, and against them when they were going forward and we were bringing them down. Jack Robinson at one point, it looked like he took the player down in the box. They didn't get anything, but they just absolutely run us ragged in this game. First day back at Bramall Lane for a while, it was throwing it down. Didn't enjoy that. Didn't enjoy a lot of today, to be honest, because we were later than usual. We got blocked in by someone when we were coming home. Uh, I'm pretty sure that neck oil has gone up. It's £6.20 now, and bottled drinks like Fanta and Coke and stuff are £3.40. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't buy many bottled drinks. I buy pints. Oh, look at me, I'm a pint drinker. But I'm sure neck oil were like 5.80 or something last year. Also, which was hilarious, went down to get a pint at half time and stood in the queue all the half, or sorry, all the half time. Got to the front, the referee blew the whistle for the second half. I ordered my drinks, and after I paid for my drinks, he said, "Oh, sorry, we ain't got neck oil, so uh, I ended up having an Amstel, which was like 70p cheaper." And I'm like, I can't even be bothered causing a kerfuffle. So that was that. We didn't get our seats, which I'm not that bothered about, to be honest. But we were sat quite high up in the south stand. It's a different vantage point, but it just meant that we saw Stuttgart hammer us from a better position, because we were right in the middle towards the back and just saw them just passing the ball through us at will. Um, who played well? Let's start with that, shall we? Sander. Sander had a good game. Sander started everything. He looked very accomplished. Like, going up against those sorts of players, like the Stuttgart players, Sander looked like he would fit in with their style of play. Sander played really well. Ben Osborne, all the grief that I gave him in the fans forum, Ben Osborne for me has been one of the best players in pre-season. That just says it all, doesn't it? Don't get me wrong, like, he's played really well, but Ben Osborne should not be one of your best players in pre-season. I don't think Ben Osborne should be near the team, but hats off to him. He had a really good game today for me. Who else had a good game? Willasula. Willasula had a good game for the most part. There we go. Benny Traore looked okay. Slimani miles off it. Miles off it. So slow. Got caught on the ball so many times. Larouci just not on this planet. Like, he's not a Premier League footballer for me right now from the games that I've seen. Sorry, I might have jumped the gun a bit there, but he just does not look like he's at the level at all. The defense were okay in parts, but we massively let ourselves down for a couple of their moves. The first goal came when Anel was really high up the pitch, where that's where we want to be. But he was high up the pitch. George was high up the pitch. If that happens, you need a midfielder to drop in. And we just got completely done on that left hand, well, their left hand side, our right hand side. The player come inside. Jack Robinson was kind of trying to hold him up, and then he sent him for a paper, went down the outside, and somehow managed to fire it past Wes. Wes was 0 to 0 constantly in this game. That was a shocker from him. I don't know whether it was after or before, but Wes made some fantastic saves in this game, but also let in some dollies as well, especially that first one. It just went through him. The third one I didn't actually see because I was looking away for a split second and then the ball was in the back of our net. Fantastic news. Fantastic. Um, I think it was the 12th minute. It was just a lovely, lovely cross into the ball for this into the box for the second one, and a great finish at the back stick. The same player scored all three goals. He was really, really good and got a round of applause when he left the pitch by the United faithful. Fair enough. The Stuttgart fans were just embarrassing us by singing "We can." Was it? Is there a fire drill? They'd learn English songs. Fantastic banter. Fantastic. They were singing, "Is this a fire drill?" What was the other one? If they'd have learned "Are You Wednesday in Disguise," I'd have had to take my hat off to them. I really would. There was another English song that I can't quite remember right now, but no, it was good banter from them. I thought Stuttgart were absolutely fantastic in this game. Now, I've been going on about us. This is a Sheffield United fan channel. At the end of the day, Stuttgart played really, really well. I'm focusing on us playing poorly because this is a Sheffield United channel, not a Stuttgart channel. Stuttgart. I'm trying to say that in the German way. Stuttgart. No, that sounds wrong. Stuttgart it is. They were fantastic footballing team, just passing through us at will. And I know that Stuttgart are a German team, and I know they play in the Bundesliga. That's as much as I knew about Stuttgart. I knew Silas because of FIFA. I know that he's got a few a few special cards and stuff like that. Other than that, had absolutely no idea of any of their players. No disrespect to them because they were fantastic, especially the guy who scored three goals. Um, but they just walked through us time and time and time again. And I was googling, thinking these have got to be kind of top six, surely in the Bundesliga because they are so good. I looked, and last season they finished, wait for this, third bottom. Third bottom of the Bundesliga. And luckily for Stuttgart, they, for some reason, and I did not know this, that in the Bundesliga, if you finish third bottom, the bottom team and the second bottom team go down, like every league or pretty much every league. The third team plays a relegation playoff against the third team in the league below. So in our cases, Luton would have played, put myself on the spot, can't remember, Leicester or Leeds, I can't remember. So they would have played them to either stay up or go up. And Stuttgart finished third bottom and won their playoff game, so they stayed up. So by the skin of their teeth, they just stayed up in the Bundesliga. I'm not saying that the Bundesliga is a bad division. I do think that the Premier League is a lot better. So if they finish third bottom in the Bundesliga and they hammered us like that, I'm worried. And I am worried. I am worried for next season. And I know a lot of people are going to say this is just a preseason game. A lot of people that have not watched this game will say it's just a preseason game. But it's not, is it? It's not when it's the game before the Palace game. It could work in our favour. Don't get me wrong. Hecky could see that we are well off it. Prince Abdullah could see that we are well off it and thinking, do you know what? Do you know those players that we're trying to get in before the end of the window? We need them now. We need him now because I don't know how many games it is before the end of the window. But we can't play this team against Palace. Now, I expect to see Max Lowe come in. I expect him to come in for Larouci, obviously. I expect to see Trusty come in for Jack Robinson. I don't think he had a bad game today, but he's not Premier League quality, and we need to give Trusty a chance to see if he is. I think Jack Robinson will play some part of this season. He might play a large part of this season, and he might have a really, really good season. Who knows? He certainly had a good season last season, made a lot of errors, but also had a lot more games where he played well than when he played poorly. Who knows? I've not actually seen Trusty play too much myself. I've heard a lot of good things from Birmingham fans. He obviously won the Player of the Year award as well. Watch Hal's video on Trusty on this channel. If you want to know more about Trusty, I can't give it to you right now, and I'm talking about this game, obviously. But I think he will come in. I think Max Lowe will play left wing back, as I've just said. Who else can come in? Hopefully, Norwood is fit. I would have Norwood in place of Osborne, but saying that, Osborne played well. Slimani, I think, will start, even though he was massively off it. So Hecky needs to get into him because I've seen Slimani play a few times now and I've liked him. I've always liked him. I think in the first half, the first 15, 20 minutes, I thought he looked really good down that right hand side, linking up with Anel, linking up with George. Nice quick feet, nice quick football. We were quite good for the first sort of 15, 20 minutes. I think it was. When did they score? They scored in the 12th, maybe 15. Maybe first 15 we were all right. First 10, 15. But they just overrun us. There was some good football. Like I said earlier on, Sanderberger was popping up in advanced areas and some good footwork, playing in an L one time, and I think that was a cross into the box that came that got cleared away. Sander laid one on to Benny Traore at one point, and he side footed it with his left foot very weakly towards the keeper. The keeper didn't. Their keeper had nothing to do today. Absolutely nothing. The only thing that you could say that he influenced our strikers is when Will Asula went through one on one, and I felt so sorry for Will Asula because this came in the second half when he played the offside trap like a fiddle. It was fantastic, great run, stayed onside. It looked onside, but sometimes the linesmen aren't sure and just give it offside anyway. But he stayed onside. It was onside, and I think he just got really, really nervous in front of the goalkeeper. That's not like him though, because yes, he's not scored many goals, but normally he just fires it, and the keeper is usually equal to it. Certainly in pre-season he has been, or they all have been. Um, Today he got in front of the goalkeeper, and I think he just ran out of ideas, and then he kind of just went to the side and then turned on it and then lost the ball. Um, he just needs a goal, doesn't he? I thought Will Asula played really well. He was going toe to toe with their defenders, Bundesliga defenders. He was going toe to toe with, trying to knock them about. A few times he got brought down as well. A few times they got the better of him slightly. But Benny Traore was kind of trying to link up play and stuff. So I feel like Will Asula was kind of on his own, battling up there with some big lads. So fair play to him. I think he had a really good game, and if he is watching, he won't be. But if he is watching, keep it up. Like, just keep it up because you're playing really, really well. And that goal will come. And when it comes, loads will come. I do not want to see us loan Will Asula out. At the moment, I feel like he will be starting the first game of the season against Palace. And I'm not massively against that. I'd rather see McBurney up top and maybe Traore up there with him, or even Asula up there with him, playing two strikers rather than a 10 and then a striker, or a second striker and then a focal point. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure that Ollie McBurney won't be fit for the Palace game. I'm just assuming because he's not had any football for a while now. So I think those front two will be the starters against Palace. I'm just trying to think if there's anyone else that I've missed out. Jebo is obviously injured, I'm assuming. Brewster injured, but on his way back, looked quite sharp in the videos that we saw in training. But it's training videos, isn't it? We might have seen Brewster miss 15 shots if they'd have played the video longer. Who knows? He might have been on fire. We don't know. It'd be nice to see him get back and scoring some goals, but that's just what we need, isn't it? We just need creativity and scoring goals, because at the moment the creativity is in the bin. Like I said, I think that Slimani will do well linking up with Anel and George down that right hand side, and we are a team that heavily relies on our wing backs getting really high, our centre backs getting high, or at least on the right hand side anyway. Hopefully, Trusty will offer us that on the left hand side as well, so it gives us more options. I thought Anel did okay today, but not good enough to kind of unlock the Stuttgart defence. And really, a right centre back should not be our only kind of form of attack. He wasn't, but he did get a few. He did go through a few times, Anel, and showed some promise going forward. But yeah, other than that, it was pretty poor. I think the only big chances that we really had in this game, other than the lofted ball over the top for Asula to go one on one, were in the first half when they were playing out from the back and just making a few mistakes. So the goalkeeper was playing out from the back, hitting the ball into the midfield, and occasionally the pass wasn't very good. Ozzy was in there at one point. Sander was nicking the ball in there at one point, creating chances for the strikers, but we're nowhere near. We're nowhere near. And do you know what? Right now, I would I would be playing Sander as high up the field as possible. That's probably not where Hickey wants to play him, but I would play him as high up as possible because we are losing the battle of creativity, especially today. And sorry for being so negative, guys. I just feel like they kind of needed calling out today because we are well off it. Every player seemed well off it. George had a good game. I've not mentioned George, but George has a good game every game. Egan was decent, but I've not seen the goals back properly. I don't know whose fault they were. The first one has to be down to NL losing the ball high, and then Jack Robinson getting done and Wes getting done. The third goal, actually, it was the second goal that I missed, the cross and the finish. The third goal was in the second half, and it was all on his own at the right hand side. He lays it across the box, and the player is in the middle of the box on his own and just fires it past Wes. There's no Wes had no chance with that one, but he shouldn't be in the middle of the box all on his own, ready to fire a shot at Wes. Wes earlier in the game, I said that he made some good saves, but quite a few point blank range saves where Larucci made a mistake where the ball got flicked over. I think he tried to head it back to Wes and it didn't reach him, and then he got nipped onto it and had a shot, and Wes made a great save. He made a couple of other good saves. I think it was the same player who scored the hat trick, went through 1-on-1, and he kind of just dribbled it at Wes. So it wasn't necessarily Wes's fantastic save, but obviously Wes put him in that position where um, he obviously didn't feel confident to go around him or pass it past him. So well done to Wes on that one. I really only think it was the first goal that we can blame Wes on. Or so let's not really give Wes too much stick on this video. I think it's mostly the creativity that we're really missing, and I'm not that excited. I'm quite worried going into Saturday against Palace. Nowhere near good enough. I think that a lot of people are thinking that right now. Mullered by a better side. I've said this on numerous occasions. Egan continuously loses his man, and unfortunately, this occasion 3 times. Do you know what, Ian? I think sometimes when you're watching it from, I don't know if you went to the game or whether you were watching it at home, but I think sometimes when you watch it from the comfort of your own home, you can kind of analyze it a lot better. I didn't feel like I could analyze those goals very well today. The first one, I noticed what happened. The rest of them just kind of happened just really quickly. And it's like boom, boom. It's like, whose fault were those? So I need to have a little look back at them. But Egan does have a tendency to lose his man. You're absolutely right. Ian Coatsay, absolutely right. Sander was great today. He really was. He looked annoyed though. He looked very annoyed at everybody around him. And he did look the only one that was Premier League quality today, to be perfectly honest. Way off it, I'm fearing the start of the season. I think everybody's in the same boat, really. David Weir won all his friendlies just saying that's Hal putting his positive hat on, or the hat that he always wears. I hope you're right, Hal. I really do. I think all the fans will get behind the Blades on Saturday. The atmosphere was dreadful today. It was just a pre-season friendly atmosphere. So hopefully Palace game comes and we are absolutely on it. Every fan needs to be on it from minute one. Back the boys. We need a strong defensive performance, and we need to see if we can nick a goal. There's no Zaha to terrorize us, but they've got many other players that can do that. Thoughts on Asula? Felt a bit for him. Absolutely. He needs that goal, Kyle, doesn't he? He needs that goal. Because I think his play all round is great. I really do. The other chant was, oh, yeah. Is this a library? Yeah. Very good banter. Twice in pre-season, badly beaten by counter-attacking side. So playing on the front foot lets us down. And to be honest, Ian, next season we're not going to be playing on the front foot too much, are we? We're going to be sitting in, defending well, and trying to nick them on the break rather than us doing it. So rather than us having all the ball. So let's see. Paul says, yikes, you can see that our players have only been playing together a few weeks. Lots of misplaced passes. Traore looked promising. Hecky needs more creativity in the midfield. Doyle and McAtee, etc. Everybody's saying about Doyle and McAtee. I don't think it's necessarily as simple as just bringing them back, because I think the model does not suit Tommy Doyle right now. He's got the age, but he's worth too much money for us to bring him. We're not going to sign him for 2, 3, 4 million, are we? So in my opinion, I think the loan market for us and bringing in 2 domestic loans needs to be attacking creative players. And Doyle's not that for me. McAtee is, but I think Pep wants to see more of McAtee in a City shirt, to be perfectly honest. Do we think we will get the players in? Coach, I don't think we will before Saturday, but we'll have to see. Wake up call for senior pros at the club. Slimani and Traore looked assured. Left back looked risky and a bit of a one-trick pony. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We look good at picking the ball up in defence and working our way out. We're playing out a lot from the back and actually getting out. And I think Larouci looked good doing that with Ben Osborne. These sorts of players are quite good at doing that, quick passing. I think my issue with Larouci is when he gets into that final third, unless he's got a cross on, he doesn't quite know what to do when he passes it sideways. He was a winger in years gone by. So I thought it would be better going forward and taking a man on and swinging a cross in, or taking a man on and getting into a good position and passing the ball across the box rather than passing it outside the box. But let's see. Luton, Sheffield, and Burnley going back down. Okay, Russell. Okay. League One Wes. Okay, don't know whether that's a good thing or that's a bad thing. Set piece delivery was off again. And do you know what? Slimani had a lot of the set pieces today. Ben Osborne put some good ones in. Slimani put some shockers in. And to be honest, looking at the build of Slimani, for me, he should be in the box. He should be challenging for headers. We can't have 2 players in Sander and Slimani, one taking corners and the other one standing on the edge of the box or just not putting themselves in there. We can't have another passenger when it comes to balls into the box. Big lads, and he's stuck out taking a corner. It's not on. It's not on, to be fair. Berger is leaving. He has sold his house and now living in a hotel. Oh, wow. That is not good to hear. We don't want that. We need 6 Sanders to compete in the Premier League. If things don't improve, Berger will leave in January. I think you might be right. Berger did look annoyed. I noticed that, definitely. We need Dean Henderson. Yeah, we I don't think goalkeeper is the main priority now, to be honest. I think we probably do need a goalkeeper, and let's see how Wes starts the season. But I think priority is creativity for me. It really is. I think we could just about get away with the defense that we've got right now, adding Trusty in there as well. But I'm worried. Asula is another David McGoldrick. Maybe. Bit more pace. Well, a lot more pace. Right, I'm going to say this, and this is the last thing I'm going to say. Yeah, Ryan Giles. I would have liked Ryan Giles, to be honest. And I would said that I wasn't going to say this on this video on the internet, but I'm going to do it anyway. And please don't kill me in the comments. I was only thinking, watching that game, David McGoldrick would be a good shout. I know he's a League Two player, and I know he played League One last season. I know we're going to be in the Premier League, but I was looking and thinking, this is better. This is a lot better than some of this football that we're playing. Sorry. Take it back. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. I've had a drink. Don't listen to me. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm done. I'm sick of talking about this game already. Hopefully, we can ignore it. It never happened. Actually, don't ignore it, Heke. Learn from it. We got hammered today. We got battered. I can't see us losing this badly to Palace. I think we'll be better defensively. I think everybody will be behind the team. I think the lads will get a kick up the bum by Heke and by each other. And I think we'll come back stronger. But at the same time, I still feel like we're going to be, we're not going to have the creativity that we would like going into the Premier League season. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Make sure you like the video before you go. It really helps everything out. This channel, me, Hal, Ollie, we all love the likes. So make sure you give us as many likes on these videos as possible. Thanks for watching. See you next time.